got the last bad stretch before the US border. I left Merritt, BC about an hour ago, and I'm now at the brake check parking lot because ahead of me is a 19-kilometer long hill going down. If you look carefully to the right, there's a couple of big signs, and they show the exact picture of what happens, like where I am, and then there's a picture of the truck going down. Yeah, 18 kilometers 10 miles, and I think it's like 8%, 8 degrees. It's like a very bad downgrade, and trucks, it's like a law, I must stop here and check my brakes. I did that, so now I'm ready to rock and roll. So guys and gals, get ready for some steamy ride. You see trucks on the opposite side, they drive very slow because it's a very bad hill for them. What helps is that I'm empty, but still it's pretty bad. That's where you go when you lose your brake. So you go uphill there, and then I think it has gravel or something, so your truck just is buried up to your probably axles in that gravel, and that stops you. So these roads can be really dangerous. Like, this is not a joke, you know? Or as they say in the movies, don't do it at home. Professional driver, closed course. Only in this case it's an open course. Alright, so how we are doing? I think I did maybe 5 kilometers, so 15 more to go, 13 more. Alright, 26 kilometers to Hope. I know that once I reach Hope, the road is going to be nice. But I'm telling you guys, I'm really getting unhappy with these mountains. You know, I think after I'm loaded, I will take a day off at least in Northwest in the TA there, if I can find parking. And this is crazy. And then after I get home, and I take those couple of weeks off, that's it. I mean, if there's no loads going south, I will wait. I'm not going back to the western US or western Canada. Forget it. Like, I'm so tired of this, and I still have, after I'm loaded, I still have 2,500 miles to go to Ontario. And some of those miles will be, of course, through mountains, but I was checking Google Maps yesterday, and I'm not gonna go through Idaho like in the north there. I'm not gonna take 90. Instead, I'm gonna go through Salt Lake City. I think it's what, 82? I-82 from North Bend. I'll go southeast, and then near Salt Lake City, I'll just catch 80, I-80, and I stay on I-80 all the way east to Chicago. That's a bit about 100 miles longer, but you avoid some nasty mountains. So that's what I'm gonna do. No more mountains. Forget it. Well, finally I made it to Highway 3, entering the town of Hope, which means, I guess, that I'm off the mountain road, at least for now. From here it's a straight shot to the border in Sumas, Washington. British Columbia. This is Highway 3 west, going towards Vancouver. So typical weather for the local parts: rain, +3 Celsius or 38 Fahrenheit. And this is December 27th, winter. Kind of like United Kingdom. Same kind of climate. Well, somehow I made it to the border, and Edmonton seems like 10,000 miles away. I cannot believe I had to go through all that stuff. But you know, I got West Railway Street. Jeez. But I think I got lucky because that portion south of the Kamloops could have been pretty bad. So instead I just flew through, and now I'm here. This was already Washington State. And I'm in Sumas, Washington, USA, North America, Earth, solar system. They gave me some trouble. I think again one of my viewers did something bad. You know, there's always some well-wishers. I think someone did not like me filming all details of my life in the truck. And one important detail is that I'm a cross-border driver. Each load I pick up in US has to go back into Canada, so I cross the border pretty much on a weekly basis, and that's why I showed that in my videos, because I'm very familiar with the procedure, and I thought this would be of interest to people that, you know, are contemplating entering this field, and people that will be crossing the border, just to know what to expect, you know, because if you say something wrong, you do a wrong thing, you can get into trouble. But clearly some people did not like that, and now I hand in my manifest, my passport, and the guy asked me, any filming going on today? Oh boy. Anyway, so they searched the truck, asked me all the questions, and let me go. So no more filming at the border crossing. Forget it. So I'm 10 miles away from my pickup in Lynden, Washington. I hope they will still load me because local time is going to be 11 a.m. on Friday. And of course everybody want to go home. Nobody wants to work. So we'll see what's going on. Well, I just finished loading in Lynden, Washington. This is what my next adventure looks like. 10 feet wide, 49,000 pounds, legal height. I think it's a submarine, but the paperwork says composter. And I asked the guys that loaded me to explain me what it does, like what do you put in and what do you get out, and they said you put in cow's shit, basically manure, and out comes kind of like he says, I forgot, something they can use in construction or something, I don't know. Or maybe coffee, or anyway, so it's like a big weird machine. Basically a huge cylinder sitting on a frame with a couple of rollers. That's where it rolls. And they say this cylinder itself, weighs about 20 tons, so about 40,000 pounds. And then there's chains and motors and another piece of frame, so it is heavy. That's why they required a 3-axle trailer. See? Now look at this chain. Jesus. This is my hand. This is the chain. That's a big chain. I'm telling you, I hope you guys already you're already used to it, right? That all my loads are weird. I never have something like square, you know, like a box, I don't know, like 10 by 10 by 4, but it's always something that looks like, I don't know, some kind of something that can be used in the army, you know, kind of like a military application. And the thing, the loading was a kind of weird because you see these jacks over here, portable jacks, because I was driving and thinking like, how are they going to load me? You know, I thought maybe I'll come inside a building and they'll have a crane, but I come up here and this thing sits on these jacks on the floor, and then they hooked up hydraulics to a tractor, like a farm tractor, a whole bunch of hoses, and that poor tractor was like, you know, like 2,000 RPM, and it's windy, so it's gonna, my mic is gonna, and so that farm tractor was creating hydraulic pressure, and they raised it, and I had to back under it, which is no big deal, but it was raining. I couldn't see anything, and this thing is so long, you know, it's so hard to see which way you're going, and these guys that were helping me, they were not much help. I said to one guy, I said, can you stand in the front and just show me which way you want the end of the trailer to go? And he says, okay. And then he goes and stands in the middle, and he points, and I say, what do you mean? You mean the front of the trailer or the rear? The front. Okay, so it took us like an hour to back under this because it was raining. I couldn't see anything in my mirrors. Then finally the rain stopped, and plus my heater, the mirror heater started working, so, but it took a long time. And basically it sits on the frame. We put 4x4s on my main beams, and then we put a couple of small stacks of timbers on the sides, but not like perfect, but unfortunately the kind of like feet, you know, the support, and they are lower than the frame, so I couldn't just let it sit on the deck because all the weight would be on the outside, which is not good. I don't have beams in there, so we put beams like alongside the trailer, inside, I mean the timbers. Anyway, time to get out, and all I want to do is today is I just printed out my first permit for Washington, and I can go to the truck stop, shut down for the night, and then wait for the other permits. Otherwise I cannot leave. I have Washington, Idaho, and Utah, but I want to go through Salt Lake City, so I need Oregon.